As the chip leader, his chip stack's been on a yo-yo. He was down to 8 million, back to 26, now at 20 million.
A raise.
He announces a raise with ace-8. Makes it 3.6 million chips total.
Phillips is 53. He would be the third oldest player to win the main event behind Johnny Moss and Noel Furlong.
With a re-raise back to Demidov.
So that's like 20 total, right?
Total is just under 20 million. 19.7, something like that.
Yeah, I'm all in.
A push from Demidov, which would put Dennis Phillips all in.
And it frustrates Phillips. Demidov did this to Phillips earlier in the day. He had the bigger stack, the weaker ace, and he forced Phillips out by putting him in for all his chips. If Phillips can make the tough call this time, he would have Demidov dominated and could put himself in terrific chip position.
The beauty of no limit. Demidov playing the player, not necessarily his cards. Does Phillips want to put himself at risk right here? No, he will fold to Demidov's pressure.
The power of the big stack takes down Dennis Phillips again.
Well, Phillips did fold the better hand pre-flop, but he played better safe than sorry poker.
Ace-jack or something?
Huh?
Ace-jack?
Ace-10's what I had.
Ace-10.
Ace-8, same neighborhood.
Some hands that can beat it.
Ivan didn't have a hand that could beat him, but he had a hunch he could get Dennis off his hand. Two terrific reads by Demidov are worthy of our planner's good instinct moment.
First a great laydown to Eastgate, then he uses his chip lead to bully Phillips into laying down the better hand.
And Dennis Phillips heading in the wrong direction once again.
What do you do?
The Planter's Good Instinct Moment is brought to you by Planters. Instinctively good.
This was a breakout World Series for Eric Lindgren. He not only won his first bracelet, but also finished third in the $50,000 horse event en route to being named the 2008 Player of the Year. And this was the scene earlier at the Rio. Eric Lindgren recognized as the 2008 Player of the Year. Commissioner Jeffrey Pollack on hand to award Eric a customized Harley-Davidson. What a nice parting gift for Lindgren. Meanwhile, this has been the scene all day inside the Penn & Teller Theater. Legions of Dennis Phillips fans here to support their man, even though there hasn't been a lot to cheer for lately. Action continues on Peter Eastgate. Looks down at pocket fives. Eastgate going to raise it up to 1.5 million.
Eastgate says he admires the playing styles of Gus Hansen and Patrick Antonius. To a man, everyone at this table admires Eastgate's fearless style.
I saw Phillips fold a suited king. Elon Schwartz with ace-10. He might have to play, Norman.
Looks like he doesn't want to play.
He does make the call from the small blind.
It was a very lazy, reluctant, am I really getting to the pot call?
So heads up, Peter Eastgate. I introduce you to Elon Schwartz. And they go to the flop. Deuce, king, 8. Pocket fives hold up for Eastgate.
Schwartz misses the flop.
And he checks. Eastgate also checks. Turn card now. Another king, 2 pair for Eastgate. Dennis Phillips would have hit trip kings. Schwartz checks. Eastgate now. That's 1.7 million. He's going to make Elon pay to see any river card.
Well, Elon doesn't have anything. If he's going to pay here, and he looks like he's going to, maybe he's going to try to pick up the pot on the river.
And he does make the call.
Schwartz going down a slippery slope.
River card is a 5, and Eastgate rivers 5s full and gets the check mark. Schwartz with ace high. Pair of kings on board. He checks. Eastgate immediately goes to work. Bets 4.6 million.
I'm all in.
Schwartz pushes all
goodness.
in.
Yeah, you fight forever to get to this point. You have nearly 30 big blinds left, and you bluff all in. I hate to see it. If Eastgate calls here, Elon Schwartz is gone.
Everyone in this theater on edge waiting for Eastgate's decision.
I'll go.
Eastgate will call.
Ace call.
Schwartz hates that.
Ace high.
And that's not nearly good enough with a full house. Peter Eastgate sends Schwartz to the rail. Fourth place and almost $3.8 million for Elon Schwartz.
If Eastgate doesn't hit the full house, maybe that check raise all-in works. And when he had the chip lead, I had visions of Elon Schwartz winning and moving to Mars.
So with Schwartz's exit, we are now down to our final three. Over $9 million and the World Series main event bracelet up for grabs. How about Dennis Phillips making it to the final three, Norman?
The only amateur left, the only American left, the oldest man left. Congratulations.
So on the E-Trade financial chip count, Eastgate and Demidov fighting it out with two monster stacks. The amateur Dennis Phillips with a lot of work to do against the two young Goliaths.
And how about Ivan Demidov? Last month, third place at the World Series Europe main event. Now a top three finish at the main event. Wow.
He folds 8 tray on the button over to Peter Eastgate. Eastgate with pocket trays. And Peter will raise it up to $1.5 million. 10-9 offsuit for Phillips in the big blind.
Not cool.
And he will make the call.
Dennis Phillips getting a little restless.
So Eastgate and Phillips heads up to the flop. The flop, and there's the case tray in there, a set for Eastgate. The flop missed Dennis Phillips. Eastgate first to act. $1.5 million again.
No trapping mode for Eastgate on this one. Peter Eastgate is silent and lethal. And now the young whippersnapper staring down the old codger.
Phillips now.
It seems like an easy fold, but he's thinking about something.
I'm all in. Michael.
Phillips all in and called. Wow.
You got a jack?
Oh, it's a lot worse than that.
Oh, I got to have runner to have anything.
Dennis Phillips main event all but over. Fatigue may have been a factor. I think Elon Schwartz got fed up sitting around, and Dennis Phillips got tired too.
Dennis's sister's emotions mirror everyone here in a red cap.
I run good.
I run very good. Peter Eastgate poised for a heads-up match against Ivan Demidov.
I just couldn't keep folding. Had to do something.
And it looks like Demidov already celebrating that potential heads-up match.
Dennis Phillips appears to be at peace with his fate, and his supporters standing silent and stunned.
Yeah. You know, a king, a queen, an 8 or a 7 at least gives me a shot.
That's right.
All right, any of those 4 gives me a shot.
Dennis Phillips needs running straight cards to stay alive.
Turn card is an ace, and that closes the door right there. Eastgate wins the pot, and Dennis Phillips' dreams of claiming a poker world championship are over.
Phillips started this final table as chip leader. He followed that dream all the way to third place. He and his supporters just lit up this poker theater.
Dennis wins over $4.5 million for third place. Well done. He said he couldn't wipe the smile off his face the last 4 months, and he's not about to lose it right now.
See, now I can play golf tomorrow.
All right.
Well, now the matchup is set. Young Peter Eastgate, in search of poker history, will take on the Russian Ivan Demidov, hoping to ride his hot streak all the way to the top. We go heads up for the 2008 World Series of Poker main event title when we come back. This is the moment.
My name is Peter Eastgate.